Hi everybody, Hitch on Twitch here. I'm excited about my first ever video. This is, of all games, Empire Total War. This is actually my first multiplayer battle that I've done. Not the first one I've recorded, the first one I've played of this game. So I'm excited to show you how it went. My opponent, he selected the rules, and his only rules were unrestricted but cavalry only. All we can use are cavalry. Doesn't matter what kind, doesn't matter what country, any of that. So here we are, cavalry only. I went with garde du corps, some carbineers, some cutlassiers, I believe I'm saying that right, 2 units of general's bodyguards, all rank 2, couple rank 3. I believe my heavy cavalry was rank 3. The country I'm going against, I have no idea what he's using, but I do know that he's going with Americans. And here you can see I'm not that great at setting up my army. I'm a little nervous. I don't know what he's bringing at me. This guy could be more noobish than I am, or he could be bringing a hardcore cavalry. I don't know. But as you can see, we're getting ready. I made a little bit of a pocket. I was like, I'm going to capture him, and I don't know what I was thinking. But here we go. Battle's about to start, so here I'm actually going to go over there and get my first good look at his army. As soon as I saw it, I knew exactly how the battle was going to go. First of all, not only are they rank 1, but they're Pioneer Raiders. All Pioneer Raiders, which is basically cavalry militia. If you notice, he's got his general's bodyguards in the back, and they stay back, which is another error, I believe, because then how can they inspire your men and encourage them? But as you can see, he advances as a line, and as he's doing so, I begin condensing my troops because, well, I don't know how he's going to bring the pain. I know he's going to try to surround me. Hopefully I can protect my flanks. Now, forgive me, give me feedback in the comment section, because the thing about commentating is there's a very delicate balance. You don't know when you're just leaving a bunch of empty air out there, or if you're just rambling on like I'm obviously doing right now. But you see he's still advancing, and he's galloping his troops, which, you know, my first thought when I saw that was they're going to be pretty tired, or they're going to be warmed up. So as you can see, I'm bringing all my troops in. My carbineers up at the front. I got my heavy cavalry sitting in the back, ready to charge when he comes running after me. Then I notice my guys off in this area, and as his guys are advancing, the last thing I want is flanked, so I bring them in to defend the flank. Got a mix of light cavalry and carbineers here. Carbineers are your cavalry with guns, basically. They can do melee, they don't tank very well, but they are ranged. Which are these 3 units right here. Now I see him getting ready. He's bringing his general's bodyguard, which are going to make up the corner piece of his line, way back there. So as he lines his guys up, I figure I'm going to do a false charge here. See if I can get him to do something stupid. And of course he's not going to. But he does take some shots at me. So I go ahead and I charge. And now here's the real fight. Now I take my first 2 units here, and I charge his end, while my 3rd unit off in the back is actually protecting a flank. You see that he sends another unit in to flank. So I encompass him, and already they're starting to rout. Makes me so happy to see that. And then you see more and more units are coming in. But, I mean, my guys are rank 2. And a routing unit can hurt the morale of your other units. There's 2 more routing units. Once they route, they're fleeing, so they're pretty much out of the fight. But you have to be careful. Once you start routing another unit, you've got to pull your troops back and send them on another, because they will keep chasing them. And if you spread your troops out too thin, the battle can be turned on you. He brings in 3 more units. And as you can see, they are just routing left and right. By this time, I'm having fun. I really am. I mean, so far, I've routed, got 4, 5, I don't know, 6 units. See, none of his the rest of his force is staying back there, so I keep mine back. I haven't lost a single unit by this time. Except for right about now. Yeah, I finally get a unit that begins to route. So I see them routing, and I try to readjust my other 2, but as soon as that one starts to route, then it's time for me to start bringing in my other units. So my other cavalry's inbound. I bring in my heavy cavalry this time. And I bring in my general's bodyguard, who actually meets up with my other units, and they regain their composure and actually come back into the fight. So I've got my 1 unit there by itself, and here comes the help. Here comes the cavalry, as it may seem. By this time, his general bodyguard is in, and you notice that the rest of his force, here it comes. So here's what I do, what any good tactician would do. Here comes the countercharge. Advancing on them, they're going to come around behind them and circle them in. What a good fight. And there's one of his units starts to rout before they even complete their charge. So much fun. Who said the French were useless? This is a good fight. My favorite moment is right here. There's one of his units just routes right in front of the camera, chased by my heavy cavalry. Or my general's bodyguards. Then they come in, and as you can see, the rest of his army starts to rout. They're getting ready to flee. And by this time, the battle is won. He was a great sport. And this was so much fun. I didn't want to take the chance of his troops coming back, so I left them there to protect any kind of flank counterattack, which would have been pointless at this point anyways. And that was my first fight. I thank y'all for watching. More videos will come. Like this one, subscribe, share with your friends. Go over this video again. Share with me any tactics I could have done differently. As you can see the numbers, it was a decisive victory. But hopefully in the future I'll keep more videos coming. Thanks for watching, guys. Game on.